Brought to you by stationhousecoffee.com and inspireddisorder.com/ting.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Swipe Up. This is the show where I share some of my favorite posts from Instagram. This is the 93rd episode. Let's get into it. Starting off with some sad news. I've kind of followed this on this show for, a few months now, it seems like. But Khabib Nurmagomedov's father ended up passing away due to complications from COVID. Not specifically COVID. He was able to get through and fight the virus off, but the damage that was left from the virus itself was too much, and a huge outpouring of sympathy and love from the MMA community to Khabib and the Nurmagomedov family, which it is sad, man. It's going to be interesting to see, because his dad, Khabib's dad, was a huge part of his MMA journey. He's part of his corner, part of his training. I mean, it was just a huge part of, I'm sure, what made Khabib as dominant as he is in MMA. And it's just sad. It's just sad. It's sad that people are still dying from COVID. It's sad that there's a ton of people that don't think it's real and don't take it seriously, which I'm going to be talking about one of those people coming up here in this episode. But horrible news about Khabib's dad, and rest in peace, Abdulrahman Nurmagomedov. Sorry for butchering your name. Now moving on to a peaceful violin vigil for Elijah McClain, who was murdered in Aurora, Colorado, which is a place I used to live for a couple years. I think he was killed. I don't know how recently it was. Maybe it was like a month ago. But there's been a lot of demonstrations. He was a violinist, really sweet guy from just things that I've seen about him. And this was a vigil going on in Denver. And just after this video, the police decided to do what they do and terrorize people and really fuck shit up during what is, you will see, a very peaceful thing, a demonstration of people playing violin. So anyway, let's check it out. You can watch the full video, obviously, over on, because it's an IGTV video, over at kelsey.j.e. But yeah, crazy. There was another video. I don't know if I featured it. I posted it on my stories, and it was from this same vigil, but it shows the police breaking down the barricade and rushing in to basically be terrorists. I mean, that's as far as I'm concerned, the police force in the United States of America is a terrorist organization. They are not to be trusted. They will beat and murder and do whatever they feel is necessary to destroy humanity. And it's disgusting. And Breonna Taylor's murderers are still not arrested. Neither are the murders of Elijah McClain. So anyway, moving on. Oh, yes, moving on to what is one of these people that doesn't take it seriously. Bryan Callen is a stand-up comic, does a podcast with Brendan Schaub, who pretends to be a stand-up comic. And they apparently, I stopped watching their show, listening to their podcast, The Fighter and the Kid, like 4 or 5 years ago. All they would do would be brag about their podcast numbers and do ad reads. They had like 5 sponsors per podcast, and would take about 10 minutes to promote each sponsor. And then in between the sponsors, Brendan Schaub would be like bragging about T-shirt sales and how many more downloads they're getting. And then meanwhile, promoting his podcast pretty much every week, multiple times a month on the biggest podcast in the world, the Joe Rogan Experience. But, of course, Brendan Schaub and Bryan Callen just take credit and think that they are amazing despite the fact that they've ridden on the coattails of Joe Rogan. And anyway, their bro science of not believing or taking the virus seriously has caused both of them to test positive now after doing multiple shows in Texas, and I want to say Arizona also. But this is Bryan Callen's little video here where he's telling his fans that, oopsie, I may have infected all of you because I don't take this shit seriously.
Guys, Bryan Callen here. This is kind of a public service announcement. I just found out that I tested positive pending for the coronavirus. I believe I caught it in San Antonio, Texas. And the reason I believe that is because I got tested Monday and I tested negative. I started feeling badly Tuesday morning, I think. And so I got tested again on Wednesday, and it looks like I'm positive pending, which means I'm probably positive. The point is, if you fist bumped me, I realized I fist bumped a couple people. I'm talking into my fist the whole time like a moron. It just dawned on me. It's the worst thing I could have done. And if you took a picture with me outside after the show, go get tested, especially if you live with somebody older or immune compromised. If you took a picture with Brendan Schaub or Stevie Blue Eyes, the same thing. My guess is, from talking to certain people who know the difference, we caught it there. We didn't transmit it, but don't take any chances.
He doesn't know.
I'm sorry
He
to
doesn't
tell you
know.
this now.
He can't know. He can't know that he's transmitted or not transmitted. The motherfucker is just trying to cover his ass because he cares more about money than he does about people's health. And they act like they're doing this grand service for humanity by going to do stand-up comedy. It's like if they charged money for their tickets, then that's the reason why they're there, is to make money. They don't give a fuck about you, okay? They don't give a fuck. They just want to go make more money. That's all they've ever cared about. And it's just bullshit. I can't stand these guys. I don't think Brendan Schaub is funny at all. The fight companions that they used to do with, or still do with Joe Rogan, are most worthless thing to be called a fight companion, because it's basically the exact same podcast every time about everything but fighting. But yeah, Bryan Callen, Brendan Schaub are spreading the pandemic, so good for them. I'm sure they'll have to maybe miss a payment on one of their luxury automobiles or whatever the hell they're spending their money on. But whatever, they're whatever. Moving on now to some amazing stuff. This kid in Nigeria,
I can't believe that.
hitting the pads blindfolded, which is just crazy.
Oh my god. Nice one.
Amazing stuff. And then a video of him without the blindfold on. A bit faster, but amazing to see this talent coming out of Nigeria. Big reason for that, I'm sure, is Francis Ngannou, who's from Cameroon, I think? I forget where he's from. But I know he's been going back to Africa and doing a lot of work out there, like building wells and doing a lot of like crazy manual labor. But yeah, crazy talented kid. Be interesting. All right, moving on. Super Secret Comedy. They did. This is the in-crowd comedy. There's a crazy kind of futuristic virtual comedy room where the walls are kind of wrapped around the stage and are a big TV screen showing all the different windows for Zoom, I would imagine. And then the comics are up there. It's the same place that Kill Tony did one of their quarantine episodes and made it look like the Comedy Store, which is pretty amazing. But this is cool, especially since things are going to get locked down again. This is definitely, if they can figure out a better way to get the laughs in versus just Zoom audio, I'm sure it'll be great. But great to see a bunch of comics like Taylor Tomlinson, Brad Williams, Sam Morril, so many more go up and be able to do their art form. So really cool. I love seeing new technology kind of helping evolve this art form and keep it going. So let's finish off here with some little riff from Flea. Excited to hear the new Chili Pepper album. Hope they're working. Now that John Frusciante is back. Amazing. I love Flea. All right, let's do some shout outs and get out of here. Shout out to MMAfighting.com, Kelsey.J.E. Shout out Bryan Callen, Francis Ngannou, team_SMD_SR. Shout out to Super Secret Comedy, In Crowd Comedy, Matt Missisco Studios, and Flea333. Shout out to all of you. Make sure you support our sponsor, StationHouseCoffee.com, and follow Station House Coffee on Instagram for small batch, single origin, premium coffee brewed in Vermont and shipped directly to you. Support small business and get high-end coffee delivered directly to you by going to StationHouseCoffee.com and tell them I sent you. Also, now's the time to sign up for your new cell phone service with Ting and get $25 in credit by using my link, inspireddisorder.com/Ting. That's Ting. It's the same best coverage, same low rates, now with 3 coast-to-coast networks. Sign up now with Ting and get $25 of credit going to your new device or your new service through Ting. I love Ting. I use it. My bills for my cell phone are basically nothing. So sign up now. Go through my link, inspireddisorder.com/Ting. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Binge the full week ad-free over at patreon.com/inspireddisorder. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com and follow the show at Ray Taylor Show on Instagram. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out!